horse meat, medication, mold, rats, and condoms. These are obviously not things that you'd usually associate with global fast food giant Burger King, but we regret to inform you that throughout its many decades of service, these are unfortunately only a few of nightmare delicacies that unsuspecting customers have been presented with. And that's only the tip of the iceberg. We've scoured the internet to unearth some of the most truly grotesque Burger King stories that will surely make you think twice before satisfying your Whopper cravings. Let's do this. Number 1. Poo Burger. No one, except perhaps your doctor, is ever really interested in knowing the hue of your bowel movements. So then why was the Twitterverse filled with people discussing the color of their dookie around Halloween of 2015? Well, we're looking at you, Burger King. The chain's idea of a Halloween celebration involved launching a Whopper that was made with black buns. There was nothing spooky about the burger in and of itself, but the real scares came the next day. Diners witnessed a rather unusual phenomena while attending their Nature's Call the next morning, a sight that could have been petrifying. Many took to social media to talk about what was typically considered TMI, their green-hued excrement, courtesy of that dye-filled bun. Some poetically called it as green as the Irish countryside after a quenching rain. Though doctor and nutritionist Pamela Riley clarified that a green poop wasn't a dire health issue, and the chain confirmed that the dye amount was within the acceptable levels suggested by the FDA, via USA Today. The damage was done. Associating every bite of a burger with poo is enough to make anyone heave. Have we caught your attention? Number 2, free from preservatives? In 2020, Burger King came up with an ad showcasing a gross-looking Whopper covered with blue-green mold and dared to call it the beauty of no artificial preservatives. Only many saw no beauty in it. In fact, a quarter of the consumers who saw the ad were seriously turned off, as per advertising analytics company Ace Metrics. Ads are supposed to get people itching to buy the product, but this particular ad by Burger King had the viewers calling it gross, inappropriate, and ridiculous. But not all the dough that the company spent the ad on went to waste. In fact, it drove home the point that Burger King was trying to make, that it was getting rid of artificial preservatives in its food. Number 3, alive with vermin. A video showing a mischief of rats running around inside a bag of hamburger buns in a Burger King kitchen in Wilmington, Delaware was nothing short of a nightmare come true. After the video was posted by a Facebook user, along with a warning to stay away from that location, Delaware Health and Social Services officials showed up at the restaurant. They found that the situation was even worse than expected. Mouse droppings were seen next to the fryers, the ice machines, water heater, syrup, soda boxes, and all over the hamburger and chicken sandwich rolls. Citing gross, unsanitary conditions, the officials shut down the place for a serious cleanup. Unfortunately, that wasn't the only case of rats infesting Burger King kitchens. In 2019, a similar video showed rats at a Burger King in Harlingen, Texas. It was so bad that the chain filed a lawsuit against the location's franchisee, who operated as many as 37 units in South Texas. When the store had reopened, it offered free Whoppers to customers. A kind gesture, I guess, but can a free Whopper help people unsee the image of those scampering rodents? I guess not. Feeling grossed out yet? Make sure to hit the subscribe button right now so you don't miss any of our future uploads. Number 4, Needle Burger. Seeing a used needle anywhere is gross, but imagine biting into one in a burger. While just the thought can have you cringing, the unfortunate truth is that it's really happened to some people. A couple of Burger King customers experienced the stomach-turning horror in 2001 when a mother of 2 from Bronx bit into her sausage and egg sandwich only to have a needle pierce her cheek. She sued the chain for $9 million. Consumed with fear that she'd caught a serious disease like HIV made her too scared to get it tested. According to the New York Post, the incident reportedly also affected her relationship with her fiance and kids. In yet another incident almost a decade later, a veteran bit into a BK triple stacker in Hawaii. A needle that was inside the meal hurt his tongue and small intestine, sending the man to the hospital. That's pretty painful if you ask me. Number 5, gross employee activity. If you think wilted lettuce is gross, what would you say about some leaves with a few shoe prints? One employee at the chain's Mayfield, Ohio location posted a picture of himself standing on 2 bins of lettuce, his shoes resting directly on the bed of the green, with the comment, "This is the lettuce you eat at Burger King." The nauseating photo turned viral and had some of us pondering if we should pick the lettuce off of our sandwiches next time. As it turns out, lettuce is not the only subject of questionable BK employee activity. In 2017, an employee at Burger King in Cannon City, Colorado was caught on camera not washing his hands after coughing. Instead, the employee simply wiped his hands on his clothes before handling part of a customer's order. Yet another employee was seen using a floor mop to clean the tabletop at a Burger King location in Jacksonville, Florida. The customer who recorded the employee was naturally sickened, as she had reportedly eaten at that table minutes before. And listen to this. Another Burger King employee's idea of a 25th birthday celebration was to dunk himself in a utility sink filled with soapy water during his work shift. Not only is this gross, but it's also a serious violation of health code that could have contaminated equipment and given customers a case of food poisoning. As per NBC News, the employee uploaded a 2008 video to his MySpace page that showed him naked. He also kept referring to himself as Mr. Unstable. And as far as we're concerned, you would have to be crazy to be willing to do that in a restaurant kitchen during work hours. Number 6. Stale. If some items are not your top choices at a Burger King, thank your taste buds for saving you from consuming what may be stale food. As alleged by a Redditor claiming to be a Burger King employee, the less popular the item, the more probability there stands of it not being fresh. These menu items include chicken nuggets, fish items, and even the chicken fries. Never, never, never buy the Whopper Jr. Not enough people buy them, so they just sit out and go bad. Another Redditor who claims to be a Burger King worker had said. They added that since it takes a while to make a Whopper Jr. from scratch, managers tell the staff to simply use the old patties. It's the same case with the fish-based menu items. We had the same 2 or 3 fish fillets in the warmer for an entire day at times, said one Redditor. I've seen steakhouse patties sit in the warming trays for 6+ hours until being served. Yet another Burger King employee added, stay away from the less popular items then. Number 7. Gag-worthy combos. The Florida-born restaurant had some bumps along the way, and yes, we're talking about disgusting food they used to serve people all over the world. For starters, there was the Soufghana King. Picture a regular beef burger with the fluffy bread you're so used to. Now replace the bread with a sugary donut topped with strawberry jam and icing sugar. Bite it and expect a very tangled taste. Turns out that everyone hated it. Next on the list, was it a burger, a sandwich, a hot dog? That confusion made the customers stop ordering the burger shots. People complained that the bread was too soft for their taste and they didn't even understand what was being served. And then there were the ribs that everyone got sick to the stomach with. Customers weren't expecting that Burger King ever sold ribs. In fact, they got a little confused because they're used to just ordering burgers and leaving this kind of meat to other restaurants. Besides not tasting delicious, people said that the ribs were basically made of bones and too little meat. Apart from looking disgusting, Bacon King Burger was a major flop. Customers used to order it because they loved bacon, and this burger surely announced that the bacon was its greatest asset, with just 2 measly thin rashers of bacon. Next on the list, thank God the Black Whopper only stayed for Halloween. We have to thank God on this one. We do. Burger King had the brilliant idea of creating a special menu for Halloween, and it turns out everyone hated it. Both bread and cheese were blackened with what was confirmed later to be a toxic substance. Disgusting and dangerous. Fancy a mushin' cheese and berry burger? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Burger King Japan. This must have been a huge mistake that magically appeared on the restaurant's menu. Jam and blueberries on top of a bacon slice? That is a strange mixture. Number 8. Giddy up Burger King. In 2013, Burger King faced allegations of orchestrating a cover-up of its links to the horse meat scandal in order to give it time to find an alternative supplier. The burger chain shipped in tens of thousands of burgers from suppliers in Germany and Italy in order to meet demand at its UK outlets. The management at Silvercrest has been using a series of non-approved ingredients in their burgers for a range of household name brands. These include meat offcuts, including horse, that were imported in large frozen blocks from Poland. Number 9. Condoms included. Back in 2007, a man named Van Miguel Heartless of Fairhaven, Vermont, got more than he bargained for when he stopped into a Burger King. He purchased a Southwestern burger, which are normally very good, and he took it home to eat. The surprise came in his third bite into the sandwich. He said that he tasted something that was sour and foreign. He pulled the burger apart and found an unwrapped, unrolled condom as one of these special ingredients. He sued the company, and in 2010, a settlement was reached. No terms were ever disclosed, and there is a lot of legal jargon talk that really doesn't say much about the solution. It's a good guess that he got paid, though. Why else would he keep his mouth shut? Number 10. Meat sweats. Fancy sweating it out in the sauna whilst eating a Whopper and fries? Can't think of anything worse. Burger King had a major first in 2016 when they opened the first fast food sauna. Located in Helsinki, it's not entirely out of left field. Vice's Munchies says there are around 2 million saunas in Finland, catering to a population of around 5.5 million. But there's only one official one where you can go to relax, have an employee take your order, and chow down on a Whopper and some fries while sweating like crazy. If you're so inclined, you can even rent it out privately. There's enough room in there for around 15 people and their food. And they even sell robes embroidered with the Burger King logo. You can grab some beer from the fridge, kick back in front of the massive TV, and don't worry, you can also get a shower there afterwards. It's surprisingly successful, and it's no wonder. Where else can you get the literal meat sweats? We appreciate you sticking around until the end of the video, and we hope you enjoyed. But why stop now? Click these videos for more awesome content.